this is Aromie here. Welcome back to Trouble Comes Twice. We are back. Gonna continue on with Jace. And let's see how he's gonna react with Zoe. Well, I did promise Zoe that we'd pick out a present for Hazel together, and there's only so much time left before our birthday. Maybe we'll be able to surprise her this year by choosing something together. We don't exactly have the same taste after all, so something interesting might come out. Sighing, I drag myself out of bed and towards the bathroom. What are you doing today? It's a secret. We stare at each other for a while until she clears her throat. I'll take the eastern half of the city and you the western one. Deal. I guess she's going out to buy a present for me too. How do we manage to plan to do it on the exact same day? I wonder if she's going with Adrian, because we're going with Zoe, which is Hazel's best friend. Hazel walks up to the mirror and fixes her hair. What are you still waiting for? Waiting for someone to go with me? Is it a date? No. Could be though. I put on the most incredulous expression I can muster. What kind of terrible date would it be to accompany someone to buy his sister's birthday present? Does the other person know that that's what you're planning on doing today? I can imagine you forgetting to mention it. The doorbell rings and I put my phone away. Hazel curiously follows me with her eyes. I open the door and am greeted by a wave of cold air. I pull a face. Yeah, it's cold. No kidding. Zoe? Hey, pretty woman. Zoe looks past me and waits into the room. Hazel looks slightly confused as she comes over. What are you doing here? Zoe locks arms with me and proudly take position before Hazel with broad grins. We will unite our brains and wallets to bring you the best surprise you've ever gotten. Oh my god. What? Are you not looking forward to the result of our gathered creativity? And money? And money? I'm weirdly concerned that our house will burn down. Zoe leaves my side and walks over to hug Hazel. She gives her a few reassuring pats on the back. If that happens, you can move in with me. I could use a beautiful maid. I hum and rub my chin. Our houses are pretty close enough. Close though. If ours burn down, yours might burn along with it. How about we don't burn any houses down? Aw. I laugh and turn to the door. Come on, Zoe. The bus will leave if we're too slow. So let's go if Hazel follows me, but not without blowing a kiss at my sister first. See you later! Hazel smiles a bit. See you later. Hazel closes the door after us. I guess she's taking a later bus. Do you have any idea about what to give her already? I was thinking of checking some stores selling anime and games to get inspiration. She's going to expect that though. Well, maybe we can think of something once we're there. Zoe skips ahead, her mood visibly cheerful. There's a broad smile on her face and a mischievous glint in her eyes. We're going to blow her socks off. She raises her fisted hand and I bump mine against it. Of course. We find 2 seats on the bus together and Zoe brings out her phone. This is cute. We're like constantly seeing different backgrounds from different routes. I made a list of things I know she already has or would expect, so we shouldn't give her those. Let me see. I almost grabbed the cell phone out of habit, but stopped myself and looked at Zoe. Jeez, I've gotten too used to stealing Hazel's phone all the time. I can't do that with Zoe. I wait for Zoe's reaction. Only when she tilts the phone towards my hand do I take it. I nod while I read, using my thumbs to scroll down the list. At the last entry, I wish I had water or coffee to spit out in shock. This... I gape, pointing at the last 2 words and flap my mouth open and shut. Sex toys? Wait, is that something she expects to get or already... Ew. Don't do that to her twin. Zoe opens her mouth to reply, but I shake my head, throwing the phone back to her and cover my ears. Wait, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the answer. She snorts and suddenly giggles. I glare at her. Do you write that knowing I'd read the list? She shrugs and smiles mischievously. I wonder. You know what? That's my favorite answer. I'll go with that one. So shy, come on. I bet you got a full folder of porn on your laptop. Why are you acting so innocent? First off, nowadays, nothing needs to be downloaded anymore. And second, I just don't want to think about that. What kind of weirdo would I be to think about my sister? And I stop the sentence before finishing and Zoe breaks out into laughter. I am not going to finish that sentence in a bus full of people. You have no shame. I love seeing you troubled. I know, if Hazel pranks me, there's a good chance you were involved. I roll my eyes at her. Ever since Zoe moved next to us, the pranks I have to endure have worsened. Poor me. Just how are you two going to use your criminal energy when I'm not living in the same house as Hazel anymore? We will make a copy of the key and let ourselves in. Note to self, don't let the key get into anyone's hands. Better yet, I shouldn't even let you two know my address in the first place. That's impossible. You're bound to give one key to Adrian at least, right? She's got me there. He's a good guy. I don't have to worry about him having a key. Zoe giggles again. I like seeing her laugh. Hazel feels the same, and I can't understand why. She looks really cute when she laughs. Moreover, her happiness is contagious. Her beauty is wasted on you. Actually, I think I look especially good today. Don't you agree? You're exactly like Hazel. If only you two could sit still and not say a thing so no one would notice your terrible personalities. But oh well, not everyone can be like me. I hear the narcissism returning. I point at myself and show a beautiful smile. I'm handsome. I've got good grades. I'm athletic. I know how to get along with people. Why wouldn't they like me? She opens her mouth and freezes, a bit stunned, so she takes a few seconds to reply. She pouts at me. You're unbearable. I'm charming. You managed to be both. You know what? I'll take that, since it's you. Zoe fiddles with herself to erase the last entry. I knew she had added it to tease me, and places it back in her pocket. What's the plan then? I'd say we play it by the ear. If we need longer than expected, okay, we can find something to eat and take a break before we continue. Are you paying? Sorry, but nope. I'd only consider paying if you were my date. Oh, maybe we should make it a date then, if that means I get free food. Even then, I'd only pay for something small like a coffee. I click my tongue and raise an eyebrow. Nothing good comes from making a girl think that the guy will pay for everything. You sound like you have so much experience, but you haven't even gone on dates before, right? I hummed, standing up to lead the bus as we reach our stop. Zoe follows me out. I've met up with girls before, but it's hard to call them dates, I guess. Sorry. Why? What do you mean, why? Why not dates? I wasn't interested enough in anyone before making it a date. To make it a date? I want to feel comfortable around someone before I try dating them, rather than dating them with the have hiccups rather than dating them with the expectation of feelings developing. I see how I managed to avoid the Playboy tag despite flirting so much. I'd a bit awkward to turn away from her. Enough of that. Let's go find a present for Hazel. So he follows me with a stifled giggle. We find one of the stores that Hazel and I like going to and look around. Time passes without finding anything. I pick up some games and turn them around to read the description. I think she'd expect games, even if there are some funny ones here. What the heck is this? It's a game where you play as a flying panty and fight against other panties. It looks so ridiculous that I'm almost tempted to buy it. I feel like that's a real game, isn't it? It would need more beautiful people. What about this kind of thing? She points at some figurines on the side, barely clothed in lascivious poses. I've never seen that word before. I can't imagine that in her room. Zoe bites her lip and continues looking around. The thing is that she would probably buy what she wants herself. It won't be easy. I feel like, yeah, as you get older, it's harder for people to buy you gifts, so they tend to just give you money, because that's what I've just been doing lately. Whenever it's like a friend or like a family member's gift, Tyler and I would just get a card and put money in it. Because whatever you want, you usually tend to buy yourself as you get older, because you have the income now. The thing is, okay, I already read that. Maybe a personalized present. I stop dead in my tracks and grab Zoe's arm. She stops as well, a bit confused, and follows my gaze to a corner of the store. Doujinshis? I know someone. I know a girl that draws manga. I look at her excited. We could order her a manga where she seduces all of her favorite characters and creates a harem. Bro, that would be the best gift. Hello? Zoe's eyes widen before she breaks out into laughter. Tears form in her eyes as she excitedly nods. A harem queen, and you and I are her maid and butler, managing them for her. I don't like the thought of being drawn as her butler, but she's going to love it. Will that girl get it done in time? Drawing manga takes a long time, doesn't it? Just a second. I pull out my phone to text her. She's in some of my classes, so I've got her number. We're not exactly friends, but good acquaintances. She answers soon enough, agreeing happily when I tell her how much we'd pay her. It's not much for whole dojinshi? Is that what it's called? Actually, but she's giving us a discount because she likes the idea. That was easier than I expected. Yo, that is the best gift if someone just writes you, like, not even, it doesn't have to be a full, huge-ass book manga, even if it's just like a little comic strip. That would be so cute. I glance at the time. I've only been wandering for a little under 2 hours. So he pats her stomach and gives me a wry smile. I'm hungry, though let's find something to eat. Sure, anything you want to eat? I'll go along with whatever you choose. I'm not in the mood for anything special. Pizza? I'll never say no to pizza. Content with our decision, we make our way to find a small roadside restaurant to get our pizza. Meanwhile, I continue writing to the girl to finalize the details of our story. We should do this every year. I normally take forever to find a good present, but this time it was so easy. Yo, this place is kind of cute. I kind of want to take a photo and pretend we're going on a date with her. I hope you guys don't hear the thunder. I really hate thunder, but since I'm distracted, it's not bothering me as much. But it still bothers me. So they happily chews on a piece of pizza. Her eyes have turned to slits as she enjoys the taste. I think. How about you finish chewing and swallow first? What I wanted to say was, I think it's my positive influence on you. You become more creative around me. Positive influence? Are you sure? I put on a mocking grin, so he immediately shoots back at me. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're not the most creative person around. You know, you're kind of too stuck on how things have to be. You have to let your mind wander sometimes. Open it to the possibilities. I squint at her. Okay, now I think you're just overdoing it on purpose. Me? On purpose? Have I ever told you that I can perfectly understand why you get along with Hazel so well? Because we're equally beautiful and amazing? Because you're as narcissistic as I am, but don't admit to it. At least be honest. I look at my pizza, then take the salt on the table and sprinkle some of it on my slices. What are you doing? Salting? Why would you put salt on pizza? Isn't it already salty? She looks at me with a weird expression. Why not? It tastes good. You don't put salt on cheese. It's already salty. I've got pepperoni on this pizza. That's salty too. That's not the same. Geez, stop acting as if I put pineapple on it. What's wrong with pineapple on pizza? What do you have against pineapple? Oh god, you're from the pineapple faction. I'm fine with whatever. I lean back in terror and put on a disgusted face while shuddering. I sprinkle some salt in her direction. Begone, demon. How can you say that pineapple's fine but salt isn't? Because it's already salty. What? Zoe opens her mouth and I hear someone mutter from the table next to us. I'm pretty sure we weren't meant to hear it, but it increases the amusing ridiculousness of the situation. Pineapple on pizza really is weird though. See, he agrees. I don't care about what someone else says. Pineapple on pizza is delicious. Hazel doesn't like it either. Zoe's face contours for a moment as if she's fighting with herself, and then she glares at me. I still like it. You're in different camps. Hazel and my relationship can be broken apart by that. Oh? Let's see what happens if I tell her that you like pineapple on your pizza. I snicker. We continue exchanging nonsensical remarks like that for the remainder of our meal. I think, like Tyler and I, our friend circle, I think we're all okay with pizza. Well, I think we're all okay with pineapple on pizza. But what probably hurts them the most is the fact that I don't like pizza. I'm so sorry if I just hurt you too. Pizza is just not a thing that I crave all the time. So when I tell Tyler I want pizza, 9 times out of 10 he would definitely get me pizza because I usually don't crave it. It's just not I don't crave it. I'd rather eat that burger on the painting than a pizza. I snicker. We continue exchanging nonsensical remarks like that for the remainder of our meal. I'm almost splaying over the table in laughter when I notice that over the course of our bickering, almost everyone in the restaurant has joined the discussion. From every corner, I hear people debating on the issue. You have started a war. Actually, you did. It would never have come this far if you hadn't commented on my salt. Zoe dramatically exhales and crosses her arms. It seems we are doomed to be enemies. They do say enemies meet on a narrow road. You're living right next to me. I can't fully avoid you even if I wanted to. If I don't want to see you, I'll simply make Hazel move in with me. That way, I won't have to come over. You take her? Perfect! Let's make a deal immediately! How about you get her free and I'll even help you with moving? I stretch out my hand with a stern face and she takes it, looking determined. Whenever you have time. 2 against 1. Whatever Hazel has to say on the matter, she's overruled. I wave my hand at the waiter and he comes over so we can pay. We leave the warm restaurant to head back into the cold. You really made me pay my part. Yep. Anything else you want to do here? I'm in a good mood. I'll go with you. Do I have to pay for myself? Obviously. Then no. She grins at me, then begins walking towards the bus stop. It's comfortable to know that she likes bickering with me like this. It's a bit troublesome when people get mad even though I'm just joking. Sometimes it's hard to find the right level that the other person can accept, but it's never been a problem with Zoe. If anything, she gives out harsher comments than I do. What are you smiling so creepily at? Zoe glances at me and lowers her eyes in suspicion. I give her a nonsensical answer without batting an eye. The gum in your hair. She shrieks and rakes her hands through her hair while I laugh and continue on, noticing I fooled her. Zoe runs around and punches my shoulder. Their relationship is so playful. I feel like that relationship is so good because she can balance with him, but she's not gonna be like, oh, being super sensitive about it. I don't know how he's gonna react to Stephanie though, because Stephanie seems like she will be the more emotional type. So anyway, Stephanie's gonna be our last route, and it's gonna be the end of this demo. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.